Hello friends, I am Alisha Afreen, working as a technology analyst. Today I am going to discuss the main difference between the .NET Framework versus .NET Core using a Visual Studio 2019. I'll just show you the main difference by using just to showing you a project sample. As in my previous video, I have shown you the main difference, just points I have discussed, the main advantages and what you should choose for your application, if it is existing or brand new application, which project you should build on, like .NET Framework, whether it is .NET Core. So let's differentiate between the .NET Framework project and .NET Core. What exactly the main changes has come in .NET Core in comparison to .NET Framework. So here I have Visual Studio 2019 in my machine. So let's create a new project here. Create a new project. We'll create a brand new project here. So we can use ASP.NET web application before using the core application. So let's search ASP.NET web application .NET Framework here. We will just choose this one. We'll create it and we can give the name .NET Framework MVC. We can give a solution name .NET Framework versus .NET Core. We can give a meaningful name here so that you can recognize. So let's create. We can give the latest version of .NET Framework, that is 4.7.2. Create. So if you see here, we have MVC Web API single page intent waveform. So we'll select MVC project, that is Model View Controller, and it doesn't support the Docker support, and it's a MVC for no authentication. You can change the authentication, but based on the authentication selection of the authentication, few functionality will not be able to use that. So let's put no authentication here. We will be restricted if you use other authentication here. Now create here. So we have created here .NET Framework MVC project name. Afterwards we will create a .NET Core Framework, .NET Core MVC, sorry. It's taking time here. So we can see here we have created Framework MVC. Now we will add a new project here. This time we will be selecting ASP.NET Core Web Application. Just click on that. Next. You can give a name Core MVC. So here we have to select, that is web application, that is Model View Controller. So our latest version of ASP.NET Core is 3.1. So I have selected 3.1, and if you see here, it is you can enable a Docker support. It support a Docker as well. So same for the authentication, we will select no authentication, then create it here. Yeah. So we have just created our .NET Framework MVC as well as Core MVC here. Two solution you can see here. Let's expand this solution, both of the solution. I have expanded both of the solution. One by one, I'll be just showing you the difference between the Core MVC and the .NET Framework MVC. What exactly the project overview difference here. So we'll start with the properties here. Here you can see the reference here. So if you see the references, you will get all those libraries references you can get here. So our .NET Framework MVC was dependent on the references here, but if you talk about in core, in .NET Core, what we have, so in ASP.NET Core we have a dependencies. So what dependencies are? So all those libraries which references you have seen is a bundle together and it comes under the dependency. So it's more organized way. It's you can say that it is all bundled together. So based on your requirement you can add. Even if here also you can see many of the frameworks here. If you just see that in references you will have a Microsoft ASP.NET Core app which comes with the Core MVC itself. So in that also you can see all those references, main references, whatever it comes with the core, but it's more organized way. It's bundled together in the dependency. It looks good as well. So this is what the dependency. So core MVC is dependent on this dependency. So analogy is here references. The only difference here we can tell that whatever the framework or you will be using, so based on your NuGet packages in core MVC you can select your NuGet packages which comes with the core. So you will not get an extra baggage with the core MVC. That is what the main difference here is, the dependency. Let's move further here. So we have www root folder. So if you just expand www root folder, you can see CSS, JS and library folder. That is more organized, segregated. So all those JS related file will fall into JS, and CS related file, all those CSS will fall into this CSS folder. And we have a library, that Bootstrap, jQuery, all will fall under library. And we have that fab icon. So this icon folder, if you see here, it's falls under www root folder. But in framework, if you see .NET framework, here you can find it's just in application itself in the main folder, that is favicon.ico. You can see that icon. This is what, so we can say that it's more organized as well and scalable. So it's like easy to understand, and we can see that lots of legacy stuff has been removed here. If you just go through this, we have properties here, that dependencies are there. So if you just see controllers model view, that is already here, same as well. App is setting.json, program file is startup.cs. But here you have global as X file, packages.config, web config, script, and app start, app data, content, so fonts. So these are the more folder. We can say that our .NET Core has thrown away lots of legacy stuff. So yeah, we were here, www root folder. So we cannot tell that any analogy is here with the www root folder. We don't have analogy here, but yeah, all those JS related, jQuery related things falls under script folder. So we'll move further with the controller. So if you see here controller, so just let's go code behind with the controller. So if you see here, let's open this controller. Yeah, so this is our .NET framework controller. It's very neat and clean. Even we have organized code here. Same in our core framework we have here. It's very neat and clean, and core stuff looks good as well here. So you can see here our views and action. So whatever our home controller is there, your views are home controller. If it is index, so it will be index. So let's see here home controller. We will have respective views under the views folder, home, and then under home also you will have about, page, and contact, and index. Same if we come to core application. So here if you have a home controller, with respective to that you can see the views, home, under home, index, and privacy. But the only thing is here, if you see the views of framework here, I'll just go to home and about. Yeah, if you see here index.html file here, I think I have taken VB folder. Okay, doesn't any issue here. So yeah, just see here. So you'll see the lots of code stuff here, and it's really we can find it here. Our project here, I'll just show you. Under home we have privacy and index page. So it's same with us in core as well, in framework. Yeah. So if you just see let's say see the shared folder under that layout dot cs since I have selected VB code, so it doesn't make any like difference. So if you see home, so for home it is a home pages, and for views it you can go to the views. So it's like more not I can say complicated, but yeah, it isn't easy to read and more organized. It's not that organized, but just see if in core, if you see layout.cshtml here, under that you can see here it's more organized way. Under shared folder layout.cshtml, so if you see it's very easy and it's more organized as well. It looks better. So you can see if index is there, so it has a tag helper. So in this tag helper sp action index view will be there. For privacy it's privacy, so it's easy to understand, even it's easy to see as well. So there are more legacy stuff, whatever the way of writing, whatever in framework we have experienced. Based on that, in core they have reduced the that code stuff, and it makes more modularized. So we have other things to discuss here. We have discussed the views thing. Now if we come to controller and views are the same here, but the only difference which I have shared with you. So let's discuss with the app setting.json. So app setting JSON here is very important to discuss here. Why? Because all those important about the connection string and configuration. So all those things which you prefer to configure under web config file in .NET framework, you can configure here in app setting.json. And one more thing, what the main thing here is that it is in JSON file, in JSON format, so it's easy to write as well. It is easy to understand, and you can write your development and production key to differentiate under which environment you are going to set the configuration. So you can just see here. So it's more easy to understand the JSON format as well, and can be used anywhere. So just compare with the web config file here. Analogy is a web config file, so not easy to read, write, or to understand very quickly. You just see here, so there are bulky code here, and it's not very easy to read. So just compare. Your connection string can be written here, app setting here you can find it here. So this is the analogy of your app setting.json file. Now we will go ahead with the things which we have discussed under the views and app setting.json. So one more thing is here in under app setting.json. If you just feel bulky code here, you can see bulky stuff are there, but in app setting.json, if you go through here, you just see it's more modularized. You can add this all those information here, and you can access easy as well. We have a few more things to discuss here about the stuff which is used under this app start and global AJAX. So these are not here in core MVC. That is like we can say that that is thrown away. All those legacy stuffs is thrown away. So it makes easier, faster, and better. .NET Core is more understandable, and it can run on like a Windows, Mac OS, even a cheaper on Linux as well. It can work on. So like if you are looking for a cross platform microservices or a Docker, so for the better and faster performance, high performance scalable system, you must go with the like core MVC. But if we talk about the selection, like if I am going to select the application and which things I have to opt for, whether it is .NET Framework or .NET Core. So if you are building a brand new application, I'll just suggest just go for the .NET Core. But still, if you talk about the .NET Framework, so .NET Framework is still very viable tool for development and will be developed in like year to come. And but for a brand new development, you must go for .NET Core. Like if you're looking for a high performance scalable system or a cross platform or microservices and Docker, so I feel it's very faster and easier and better going with the .NET Core. So this is the main thing which I have discussed, and there are other benefits in .NET Framework also. I'll just add as a few points also. So there are a lot of benefits for the legacy application in .NET Framework. So it has a lot of supportable tool in .NET Framework. Like if in your company so many existing application as legacy application is built on .NET Framework, so it supports there you can get a more support on .NET Framework. So main thing is like if you are moving to .NET Core, so you need to know that what NuGet packages is you want, what third party like tool you want, like libraries you want, what third party libraries you will be needing, and like what whether this third party is like whether it is de-allowable by your company or it's not allowable to use that third party, if they support in .NET Core or not. And or on the other hand, if you are looking for .NET Core benefits, there are several benefits which I have already discussed. And if you just want to see like in depth of the difference between the .NET Framework and Core advantages, my videos are there uploaded. You just go through that the difference between the .NET Framework and .NET Core. You'll get more knowledge and depth knowledge of .NET Core and Framework. So that's all about the difference between these two core project which I have shown you the project sample. So I hope you can understand it easy, and you can develop any application on that. So it's all on your choices which will be better for you. So I have already discussed all those differences. So I hope you guys must have understood. If anything needed, or if you feel that it is not easy, it needs some improvement and all, you just review and you can give your comment, you can leave your comment. That is always welcome. Thanks guys, thank you so much. Have a nice day.